Hey guys, and welcome to another episode. So I know you're looking at my inventory and you're like, Finny, what's going on? Why does your inventory bar look like that? And all I want to say is I started recording an episode and then I was talking a whole bunch of nonsense and I was like, wow, none of what I'm saying makes sense. So I'm restarting because I'm having a hard time forming coherent sentences apparently. I need to get a bed though, because I need to make sure that Rocky doesn't die again, because I low-key just went to bed and it was dark outside, and so I'm like, ooh, he totally could have died. So we're going to get a bed. But I am in creative, by the way, if that wasn't painfully clear. I am working on the tunnel. I'm working on this tunnel and I decided to go into creative because one, I don't have the patience, and two, I don't have the resources, and I just want to do something easy so that I can just quick chat with you guys. So that's what I'm doing. This is what I've done so far. I made this tunnel up. I was going to attempt to figure out redstone and like have this go down there, but I'm not skilled for that right now. So that is kind of just where we're at. Like, yeah, I haven't done anything except for this, what I just showed you. So I went into creative because I was like, man, I just need to have an easy time. I need to do this and I just want to talk. I just want to talk to you guys and I want to work on this and make this look better. And I'm never going to do that if I have to collect the resources myself, because starting next year, we're only having these videos coming out once a month. So I'm like, listen, I'm on borrowed time. Okay. And also I'm just kind of lazy, and it just honestly, I just want to be in creative and just do this. Like, I just want to complete this project because it takes me ages to complete projects, and y'all know this, and it always goes so much faster if I'm just in creative. So this is where we're at. But yeah, so I'm just doing this. But yeah, so I have finals this week. I am terrified. I don't know how I'm going to do. I hope I do well because I really need to pass these classes, but we'll see. So, you know, pray for me. I need to pass these classes. But yeah, so finals are this week and I'm nervous about it. So, you know, hopefully they go well. I'm honestly not sure how they're gonna go, but anyways, they're later this week, so I don't have to worry about it until a couple of days, and then it's over and I can relax and hopefully start streaming again. Like, once school's over, I do want to start streaming again, so hopefully you guys are excited about that. I am excited. I've missed talking to you guys. I mean, like, I respond to your guys' comments, but it's different when you guys are like in my live and we're chatting and stuff. Like, I miss that. So I can't wait to get back into that. And then yeah, so update on my reading. I started reading Frederick Bachman's My Friends and I finished it, and I rated it a 3 stars. I thought the story was really long. Like, that book is 430 pages around there. Like, that's a long book. It took me a couple of days to get through it. And I felt like it could have been shorter. And I liked the book. The book had some really good quotes in it. The only thing that I didn't like about it was I didn't like Louisa, who was our main character. Like, she's been through a lot in her life, but like her back and forth with Ted, I just found to be really annoying. Like, I did not enjoy that part of the story, which some people adore that part, but I was just not for it. It was really immature and like really hard to read. And I just felt like it was unnecessary. Like, I would have loved to have just gotten the history of this painting and that be it, because that was the best part of the book. I felt like the journey on the train with Louisa and Ted was just really unnecessary for the story. But I mean, I guess people liked that part. I just didn't. But basically, My Friends is about this guy who paints this painting of these kids and gives it to Louisa, and so she goes on this train ride with his friend and gets the whole entire backstory of this painting, and it was a really touching story. Like, it was sad, it had some good moments, and I liked it, and had some really good quotes. Like, that book had some really good quotes come out of it, and honestly, I felt a little scene in that book because I related to the artist. There was one part in the book where he was talking about, like, he was very sad, and if you haven't read the book, I hope I'm not spoiling anything, but the book was super sad, and he was like dealing with depression. As somebody who has dealt with depression and who has very much felt a lot of the things that this guy felt, I was like, wow, this is crazy. And so he was like talking about, how does everybody cope? Like, how do people cope with life? How does everybody else do it? Because he feels like he can't. And I'm like, oof, that's definitely me. I have wondered that. I've literally said that. This is getting like really TMI, but I've literally said that to my therapist. I've been like, I don't understand how everybody else copes. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Like, I don't know how everybody else copes. I don't know how everybody else does it. Like, what's wrong with me that I don't know how to cope with life, and I'm having such a hard time. And she was like, why do you think that nobody else is having a hard time? And I was like, because nobody else shows it. And she's like, yeah, people are really good at hiding things. So, you know, don't think that other people aren't struggling just because you don't see it. They are. They just hide it really well. So that was in the book, and I was like, wow, that spoke to me. I thought that was a good part, because I was like, wow, other people feel this way. I'm not the only one who feels this way. Like, I don't know how to cope, and everybody else has figured it out, and somehow I'm, you know, missing something. But yeah, I liked that. And then my favorite quote from that book is from Mary Oliver. I guess she wrote a poem, because I looked it up. I didn't read the whole thing, but I looked it up, and I guess she wrote it like sometime this year. But the quote in that story was, the quote in that poem was, what are you gonna do? What is it that you, I forget exactly what it says, but it was something along the lines of, what is it you plan to do with this one wild and precious life of yours? I'm pretty sure that's what it said. And I was like, whoa, what am I going to do with this one wild and precious life of mine? And that got me thinking back on my goal this year. Since it is the end of 2025, we are reflecting on the year. And I've honestly had a great year. You guys are a huge part of that. So I do want to say thank you so much for being the best part of my year. Honestly, I'm low-key tearing up right now, because you guys gave me an amazing year. I'm so sorry. But this channel has meant so much to me, and you guys are a huge part of that. So I just, from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I'm so glad that I could bring you guys entertainment. I never thought that, like, I could do something like that people would enjoy watching my videos and like look forward to them every week, and you guys do, and that means so much to me that I can provide something for somebody in that way and like make you guys happy and all of that. So yeah, that means a lot to me. So I hope you guys know that. You guys, you know, changed my year. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that that means a lot to me, and that you guys mean a lot to me, and I love you all so much. So thank you for your support. But anyways, I was reflecting on that and thinking about how this has probably been one of the best years that I've had in a long time. Like, I remember at the beginning of the year, and you guys know this because I've said this previously, but you know, I'm gonna be a broken record and talk about it some more. But you guys know that this year I set out with one goal in mind, and that was to be happy, because as you guys know, like, I've suffered pretty hard with my mental health, and being happy and kind of kind of like finding my way in the world, because I know a lot of people feel like they don't belong, and I am definitely one of those people. I've always felt like, you know, my personality is too big, too loud for a lot of people, or, you know, like a lot of people just think that I'm too much and I'm, you know, like annoying, or I talk too much, or, you know, whatever it is. Everybody's got their insecurities, you know. I've definitely got mine, but this year I set out to just be like, you know what, I am tired of waiting to just die. Like, I have been given the gift of life, and I'm here, and I want to do something with it, and I don't want to be miserable. Like, I don't want to sit here waiting for death because I'm just too miserable to live. Oh my gosh, hopefully Rocky's not dead. Rocky, I'm sorry. I'll go check on you in a minute. If you are, I'll make you again. I'm so sorry. But that quote hit me really hard because that was kind of my goal for this year. Because I was like, oh, what am I gonna do with my life? And I liked the quote because it talked about life being wild and precious, which I feel like not a lot of people would use wild and precious in the same sentence. Like, I don't know, like that just kind of stuck out to me. That's not the normal way you describe living one life. Like, most people are like, oh yeah, you only live once, YOLO. And like, that's like, like how unseriously people talk about it. And people are like, oh yeah, you have one life, like what are you gonna do with it? And like, we all just sit here paralyzed in fear of other people. Like, I don't know about y'all, but like, I sit here in fear of like what other people think, what other people are gonna say about me, how other people are gonna talk about me, because, you know, like, we've all been there. People have talked about us, said untrue things about us, and just like basically made us feel bad for being who we are and making us feel like we don't belong. And it sucks. Like, we all know it sucks. And so this year I was like, you know what, screw that. I'm sick of being miserable. Like, if I'm gonna be miserable, I might as well be miserable and do the things that I've always wanted to do, instead of letting all of these people who don't really matter, and that's not to say that, like, you know, people are useless or anything, but it's just like, there are opinions that matter, and then there are opinions that don't. And unless it's coming from somebody that you love, then their opinion doesn't matter. Like, your friends and your family and the people closest to you, those are the opinions that matter. Other people don't matter. Unless it's like criticism, like actual in good faith criticism of like your actions or like what you're doing. Listen to that. But like, if it's just people being like, your personality kind of sucks, like you're not as funny as you think you are, or you're too weird, or like blah blah blah, this and that, like just anything that'll make you feel bad about like being who you are. And so I've had people say some awful things to me, and so over the years, like, it kind of just like chipped away at me, that I was like, oh man, you know, like, this is rough. Okay, hold on. Is that gonna light that up? Did that light that up? It did. Okay. So I can close that? Right. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to like do this. And y'all know I don't know how to use redstone. So I'm trying to like figure this out. But yeah, I feel like people just love to tear other people down, and I've definitely had my fair share of that. Like, I have had people say awful things to me and try and tear me down, and I'm not gonna lie, they've been successful. Like, I have dwindled over the years, and I have gotten really quiet, which you guys would be like, wow, Finny, we've never known you to be quiet, which is true. I'm just not a quiet person. I have opinions. I have opinions, I have jokes, I always have something to say, because I just do. There's always so much going on in my mind, and I like to share it. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, but people have made me feel like it's a bad thing. Is that... I like can't tell. What's on and what's off of this. Eek. No. Wait, hold on. Okay. There. There we go. Okay. So that lights up all the way over there. Doesn't light up on that one, but that's okay. So it lights up on all these. This one does not look lit. Anyways, I'm just tired of miserable people trying to make other people miserable. Like, I'm tired of miserable people making me miserable. Like, misery loves company. We all know this. And so people who aren't happy make other people not happy, which I think is very unfair. Because I'm like, it doesn't mean you can go around and like be a butthole to other people and then just like, that's it, you know? Oh wow, look at this. This looks so nice. I'm gonna get a cart out. What is this? I don't... Okay. Hopefully, we'll see. So... I read that quote and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna keep doing what I want without fear of what other people say, and I'm gonna try not to let it get to me, because I've had people, you know, have a lot of opinions about things, and I just have to be like, you know what, as long as I'm happy with it, that's all that matters, okay? Because like, obviously I got a motorcycle this year, which I am so stoked about. You guys have, well, you guys kind of have an idea, but I am so happy with that decision. I still can't believe that I did that. That's so crazy to me that I went out and bought a motorcycle this year, because that's something that I've been wanting for so long. And I always let people talk me out of it, because they were always saying like how stupid it was and like I'm gonna die and blah blah blah. And at this point, you know what, like the Lord's gonna take me out when he does. Like, I truly believe that I will leave here when my time is up. And if he wants to take me out in an interesting way on a motorcycle and I don't have, you know, the typical death of natural causes, laying in a hospice bed at old age, then so be it. You know, I'll go out in style. You know, I'm okay with that. You know, like, if I die, I die. You know, but like, everybody always has opinions about everything. Like, no matter what you do, if you go to college, if you don't go to college, if you buy a new car, if you buy an old car, if you buy a motorcycle, if you don't buy a motorcycle, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the whole damned if you do, damned if you don't. And I'm so sick of just like letting people who are too afraid to live their life make me too afraid to live mine. And I'm done. I am done with it. I'm just gonna live my life and I don't care. Like, obviously I'm not gonna go out and be a dirtbag or anything, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna go live my life the way that I want to, how I want to, that, you know, obviously like aligns with my morals and stuff. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna worry about other people's opinions, because at the end of the day, they don't matter. They're just opinions, people. They're opinions, they're not fact. Like, just because somebody thinks one thing about you doesn't mean it's true. Like, just because somebody says that, you know, you're weird, you're annoying, you're too much, you talk too much, blah, blah, doesn't mean it's true. I mean, it doesn't mean it's true at all. Just because they said it doesn't make it true, doesn't make it a fact. It's just an opinion. Because while to some people you're annoying, to other people you're the greatest thing to ever happen since sliced bread. You know, like, there are people out there who are gonna love you for you. And like, wouldn't you rather be loved for being you than loved for being some fake version of you? Because I don't want to be a fake version of me anymore. I don't want to be quiet anymore. I don't want to hold my opinions to myself. I don't want to hold my jokes to myself. I just like want to live. Because I haven't wanted to for so long. Like, what does it matter? You know what I mean? Like, why are people trying to control what other people do all the time? Like, I just don't get it. Like, live and let live. You know? The sun's going down. You know what? I'm just gonna go creative. I'm just gonna be in creative and go ham today. Okay? I know you guys don't care, but I'm just saying it because I know there's somebody out there that's like, Finny, you can't do that. That's against the rules. My world, my rules. I don't care what your opinion is. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, I can't even go into creative in my world, which none of you have said anything, but like, that's exactly my point. Like, I could sit here and not go into creative because I'm like, oh, well, somebody out there is going to get mad because I'm going into creative. And then I like don't have fun in my world because I'm sitting here gathering all these resources and it's taking forever. And then I feel like I'm not getting anywhere in my world and I'm just like not having fun. But right now I'm having fun. And I'm kind of just like exploring with stuff. Because imagine I get all of this like quartz and all of that. And then I actually like redo this whole entire thing and I just hate it. And I'm like, well, that's cool because I spent that whole entire time collecting resources and I actually hated the outcome. So yeah, anyways, I'm over here trying to justify myself. I don't need to. It's my world. But, you know, again, people have their opinions. But I don't want to worry about it anymore. Like, I don't want to worry about what people are going to say or whatever. But I've had comments on my videos of like people telling me how I should and shouldn't do things in my world. And that's not like, don't think that you can't give me suggestions because that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about the people who are like rude. Like, I have had some rude comments. I just delete them, to be honest. Because I don't want to see them. Like, I don't want to see that. Like, go be rude and mean to somebody else. Like, I'm just gonna delete it. I always delete it. I always delete mean comments. I don't get very many of them, but I've gotten a couple on like a couple of videos of people being like, well, you shouldn't have done that, you know, blah, blah, whatever. But yeah, I just like don't want to be afraid to just live my life because I'm like, listen, I've got to be here, okay, like everybody else. And I've got to be happy with my decisions. And I am very happy with this decision. And obviously it panned out because look where I'm at, you know? I didn't think a soul would watch the video that I posted. My very first Minecraft Forever World video. I didn't think anybody would watch that. That video right now has, I think, 30,000 views. What? Imagine if I hadn't posted that. Imagine I was just still living my miserable life and not doing what I want because I was afraid. Like, I'm just, I don't know. I'm just tired of being afraid. I'm tired of being afraid. I'm tired of it. So I really liked that quote that was like, what are you going to do with this one wild and precious life? Because it made me reflect on this year and I was like, I have been living a wild and precious life this year. I'm so grateful for this year. I went out and did the things that I was too afraid of. I am getting my education so I can have a career because I didn't think that when I was in high school, I didn't apply for college because I didn't think I'd make it that far. I was way too depressed. I was like, oh, well, I won't be around for college, so it's not going to matter. Which is like depressing, but I was depressed. I definitely I genuinely thought that, so I didn't put any effort into like prepping for college. And then, you know, I graduated high school and I was like, okay, well, I'm still here. I've got to, you know, kind of figure it out now. And so here I am, like doing this. And I've had to like really come to terms that like my life didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, which is fine. Does anybody's life ever turn out the way they want it to? No. But that doesn't mean that you can't have a good life. And so I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to make the most with what I have. I'm not going to sit here and think about what I don't have, because I feel like that's really easy for us to do. I feel like it's really easy for us to just sit here and think about like what we don't have, and we're not grateful for what we have. And I feel like that's also what leads us into like living a life that we don't like or that we're not proud of. And it's like I don't own a home or anything, and I don't have like a fancy job. I don't like really have fancy anything. I'm just kind of here, and I'm fine with that. Like, I feel like the world pushes you so hard and like pushes you to grind and like get all this money and like buy all the— sorry, Naira's back there itching, so if you can hear her scratching, sorry. But I feel like the world pushes so hard on like consumerism and like keeping up with the Joneses and like just making sure that you have all the new flashy things, when like everybody knows that that leaves you cold and empty. Like, why do you think all these rich people are like on drugs and drinking alcohol all the time? Because money doesn't buy happiness. I mean, I know that a lot of you probably think that. I do not think that. I don't share that sentiment. I think money buys you convenience. Convenience isn't happiness. I think you've got to make that on your own. And I know that I'm like getting like really philosophical and like really like, I don't know if this feels like preach or anything, but this is just like the way that I feel. Like, there's nothing that I really badly want in life except to own a home. And like, listen, I'll take a shack, okay? I'll take a home that's like falling apart, whatever. As long as I have a roof over my head and I own it, I'm happy with it. Because I think a lot of people just aren't happy with what they have. And I'm like, what's wrong with what you have? Like, I don't live in the biggest, flashiest place, but I love where I live. I love it. It's good for me. And, you know, I don't have a big flashy job, but it pays the bills. I'm going to college to hopefully do something that I'll love. Wow, look at this. But I feel like ungrateful attitudes are what make us unhappy. And it's just like, if you count your blessings truly, that you have a roof over your head and food in your stomach, and for me that's a hot shower. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for hot showers. I love me a good hot shower. Every time I'm in the shower, I'm like, thank God that like I have a job that affords me a hot shower, because that makes it all worth it, you know, because I love a good hot shower. But you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we forget to take pleasure in the simple things, like a hot shower or a good meal, or, you know, like a warm bed. Like, I feel like we've gotten so comfortable that we forget that we're so lucky, because we look at what other people have and we envy it. And, you know, comparison's the thief of joy. That's something that I've learned. And like, the Bible talks about envy and talks about like not, you know, wanting what other people have and like all of this. And it's because it makes us miserable. Like, we're always looking at what we don't have instead of what we have. And it's like, yeah, I get it. It's easy to do that. It's easy to look at somebody else's life and be like, wow, they have it so much better. But it's like, that doesn't mean that you don't have it good. And I'm not saying like people with like, listen, I've been there. We all have hard lives. Okay. I'm not saying life is perfect and that we should just like, you know, not have hard times, whatever. But honestly, I feel like if we were more grateful for the things that we had, we'd be a lot happier. But that's just me. But my friends provoked like quite a bit of thoughts from me. You know, like, again, reflecting on this year and just like making sure I am living my life. Because like, I was watching this video. So there's this guy on YouTube. I think he's on TikTok too, and like Instagram and stuff. His name is Braden Days. And he does motorcycle videos. And I was watching his videos, like his little shorts and stuff on YouTube. He was like reading hate comments with his friend, and that video cracked me up because I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, people are so mean. Like, there are some people that called him annoying for like screaming in his videos, and that's like my favorite part of his videos. Like, I think his videos are hilarious, and I like his personality. I just personally like his videos. But like, imagine if he let that get to him and he just stopped posting videos and like stopped being who he was because of other people. And I've been like letting myself do that. I've been like getting quieter over the years and like just not being me. I've been just shutting myself off from people and not letting people in and closing people off and just kind of like hiding in a shell of myself. And I don't want to do that. And I'm done doing that. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm done. And, you know, I guess I like want to know, like, what are you guys going to do with your one wild and precious life? Like, what are you guys afraid to do? Like, if nobody was watching and you could do anything, what is it that you would do? Because I would still choose this every time. This is my one, like, passion I've had since I was a kid. And I love this. And I love that you guys love it too, because I love that I have a community that's supportive. And you guys have been amazing and kind. And I love that, and I'm so grateful for it. And I just want you guys to know that I am fully grateful for this, and I love it. Did I miss something? No. Hold on. It was coming. It doesn't usually go over there. I'm trying to fix this. Nope. Nope. That is not working. Hold on. Let me close this really quickly. Oh my heavens. No, don't do that. Oh my heavens. I've like fully messed this up. Oh my goodness. I fully made a mess of this. But yeah, my vision for this, hold on, side note, my vision for this is to like have some modern touches in it, like this quartz, but also it be like very nature-y and stuff, so yeah. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's how it was originally. And then we had it like that. Yes. Okay, so it's back to being normal. Naira's back there itching. But yeah, I just would love to know, like, what do you guys plan to do with your one wild and precious life? Like, I truly want to know what it is that you want to do. And is it other people holding you back? Is it finances holding you back? Like resources? Like, what is it that's holding you back? Do you think that you're too young to do it? Do you think that you're too old to do it? Like, what is it that you want to do in life and what's stopping you? I truly want to know. Like, I'm so curious to know what your answers are. I'm making this bigger because I feel like it looks a little weird. I want it to be like more in the middle. I might expand this one a little too. I'm gonna do these in quartz. I think it looks nice that way. Anyways, yeah, so really liked that book. Thought the story was really good. Honestly, I'd recommend it. It's a little long, and honestly, I got bored during some of it, so, you know, keep that in mind. But overall, I thought it was a good story and I liked it. I feel like I should close that. But yeah. I mean, I don't really have much else to say about it. You guys definitely got the gist. But I don't know. So I'm gonna keep on keeping on. And hopefully you guys enjoy where the channel's going, because I'm going to be adding new Let's Plays next year, which I'm really excited about. Like, I cannot wait for those. I'm going to make this like this, maybe. Keep it from going down there. And we'll do something about that because that looks goofy. But I like that. I like the way that this is looking. I think that's really pretty. I think I'm gonna... Let me finish off this wall. But that was kind of my thoughts. I was reflecting on the year. Kind of what I wanted next year to be like. There's not really much else that I've got on my mind. Like, I hope you guys are doing well. And I hope you guys are enjoying the Sims Let's Play. Oh my gosh. I'm having so much fun with that Let's Play. I love that Let's Play. So if you haven't watched it, please go watch it. I love it. I'm having so much fun with it. It's great. So I'll give it some support. I don't know. It's fun. I like it. I like it. I hope you guys like it too. You guys seem to be liking it so far as well. So I'm happy about that. Ooh, I wonder if I want to make all of this like deep slate, cascading up like steps. I think that could be really cool. But all in all, last thing I have to say is don't let people tell you who you are. You get to decide that and just live your life. You don't need anybody's permission to be who you are. You were made uniquely for you, and the world needs you. You matter, and that's basically all I have to say about that. I don't know if I'm going to make the rest of this quartz. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to get some sea pickles. Because I want to see how much. Okay. They do provide a little bit of light. Not a ton. But some. Yeah, I'm gonna make all this quartz kind of like an infinity pool. I'm gonna make this kind of like a pool. Because I like it. It's gonna be a fancy pool. Like maybe like, what are they called? Bathhouses? Maybe this can be kind of like a bathhouse. Aren't those like enclosed? I mean, I guess this is enclosed in a cave. I don't really know. I don't know much. But maybe I'll add some glowstone. Back to talking about books. I ordered Snowed Under and Baggage Claim. So hopefully those books come in. They're little Christmas romances. I need a romance book. I've been reading some heavy books recently and I'm like, ugh. I cannot take more. I can't read any more emotional books. I need a light, fluffy romance to pick my spirits back up and get me out of my serious and deep mood. I do like reading like serious and like thought-provoking books. I feel like Laura Dave writes some good books. Her books have like really messy, realistic characters in them, and I really like that because like her characters make horrible, terrible decisions, but you're still rooting for them, you know? Like you're still wanting to see their redemption arc, because I'm all for redemption. I'm all for people changing their ways and getting better and doing better. Like I'm all about forgiveness and all of that, as long as you're like actually sorry. You know what I'm saying? Because like you can't be forgiven for something you're not sorry for, in my opinion, if you're asking for forgiveness, you know? But yeah, I don't like the way that these sea pickles look. I think that they hopefully Rocky's not dead. Please don't die, please don't die. We'll go check on him after this. Okay, hold on guys. We've got to go check on Rocky and make sure that he's not dead. Hopefully you guys like this. If not, sorry. I like it. I think you guys will like it though. Rocky, he's totally dead, isn't he? Oh, okay, good. He's still alive, thank God. Thank goodness. Everybody thinks I murdered him. Some of y'all believe that I didn't, and I appreciate you guys because you guys are the real ones thinking that I didn't murder him, because I didn't. So thank you guys for the few of you who believe me. Okay, I need some glowstone. I really want to see, hold on, let me get some of these out because I want to see actually what these would look like in the library. Like not in the library, but what they would look like. I wonder if these would look like really nice like room trim, like you know like crown molding, if it would look something like that. Like I think we could do something really cool with these if I can figure out how to build with them. But I feel like this needs to be next because I need to get that going. But I need to get some glowstone. It's in the natural blocks, right? Glowstone. And then where's the mushroom light? The shroom light is really nice. I really like that. Also, you know what I need to do? I need to get rid of this. This has been here for, I don't even know what episode we did this in, but I need to get rid of it. Okay. Perfect. All right, so let's go. Is this glowstone? What is this? Oh, that's a block of raw gold. Hello? Glowstone, there we go. Okay. So get rid of those. These are actually really bright. I really like these. But, oh, these are pretty bright too. That one right there. Right there. Kind of just add them all over. It's a nice fancy pool. Hopefully the villagers like it. Villagers will be able to use it at some point. That right there. Okay. Okay. like kind of illuminates it a little bit. I wonder if I can put carpet down. Like white carpet to go over it, but would that block the light coming out of it? Let's see. Because I don't know, the look of like the glowstone looks cool, but I think it'll, yeah, no, I can't put carpet over it. Will the shroom light look cool? I don't know. We'll just do that because that's the best we can do. Oopsies. Oh wait, I probably can't do that. Ooh, but now I can put the sea pickles. Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do for another 40 minutes? What am I gonna talk about? I've already exhausted myself. Honestly, this episode might be a little bit shorter because I am getting a headache. And it is getting late. So... all the sea pickles. I guess it doesn't really matter out here because it's not dark. We'll go in here. Oh my gosh. This water is so eerie. Hate being underwater. Ah! Getting out of here. Ah! Alright, let's go see what we've done. I think this looks really nice. I like the way that this looks. I like the white contrast against everything. Like, I think it looks nice. And then I think I need to, I'm gonna get some moss carpet. Where is the mossy carpet? And then I'm gonna get some firefly bushes. Hold on, let me switch these. Oops, need to... Oh, I can do that. Is it still gonna have the sparklies? Like, you guys were saying that I could do this and then put it over it, and I would still have the particles. So I'm testing that. I don't know if it works. You guys tell me. Maybe it does. Yeah, I feel like it does. Yeah, so we're gonna bury these firefly bushes. They're very pretty. I love them. They make the ambiance so much better. Oh, look at that. It's so pretty. Here, hold on. Maybe I'll connect this so it doesn't look so goofy. Maybe I'll just do it like that. And then I'm gonna take this out. Yeah, my head is hurting. Not loving that. Also, let's see. Put some glowstone up here. Light this up a little bit. And then my parrot's up here. I think I'm gonna put some glass right here. Man, I'm just gonna go ham and creative right now. Sorry, not sorry. I just don't know what to do, so I'm just like in creative going crazy. You guys are probably like, Finny, get out of creative, go back to survival. Never! JK. I will, I promise. We're gonna get some water and we're gonna make this a hot tub. We're gonna make this a tub up here. Because I want this to be a tub. I think I need to place blocks underneath. Hold on. Boom, there we go. Now I can knock it all down. Perfect. Now I've got a nice little hot tub. Cool. Some water. And then this will be my space up here. This will be my little penthouse. Oh my gosh, is it dark? Yeah, I'm just kind of going ham. Like I said, we're running out of time. Ugh, the Enderman put this block right here. We lost the particles. No, we didn't. They're still here. Okay, good. I don't want the particles to be lost. I'm just kind of going ham because I don't really know what to do. Like, I don't have any projects like in my brain of like what to do. You guys are gonna have to let me know. But I'm just gonna be up here, I guess. I've got nothing else to do, really. Don't worry, Perry 2.0. I didn't forget you were up here. I just don't ever come up here. I need to. I need to come up here more. Because I am going to make this place. I need to make a little thing for... Roper. I need to make him a little home, but I don't know what to do. I don't know where to build it. Man, I'm tired. I mean, it is my bedtime, literally. And I need to go to bed. I have to study all day tomorrow, which I am not looking forward to at all. But it is what it is. Honestly, guys, I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. I'm just here. Like, I'm literally just here. Just doing all this. Because I don't know what to do. This looks nice. Wow, beautiful. Yeah, tell me, you know, what other ideas you guys have for everything. I need to make this a little bit more green. I love this path. I need to start adding things. Like I need to start adding the fallen trees that I want and stuff in here. Because I want to add some fallen trees. Like some logs and stuff. I wonder if I can add some mushrooms. Because I wonder what kind of blocks mushrooms grow on. Oh, I can. Okay. So I can add some mushrooms throughout here. So I think I'm going to add some mushrooms. I'm going to add some, like fallen trees. And I'm going to make all the rest of this moss. Well, I guess I could do that right now. Make this moss. There we go. And then we have our lush tree. Maybe I should take that out. The Enderman just standing over there. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry guys. I'm gonna end this just a little bit early because I really have nothing else that I want to do, or like there's nothing else that I really want to say. I kind of like talked a whole bunch and now I'm like, wow, that was a lot. Like, that was a lot for me to say. We'll see if I regret it later. I'm just like being open and like vulnerable because I feel like nobody does that anymore, and like we're kind of like shamed for doing that. I'm trying to like get myself out of feeling that way because I'm like, there's nothing wrong with like thinking more deeply about life. There's nothing wrong with having feelings. There's nothing wrong with like being vulnerable. Like it's okay to have feelings. It's okay to feel certain ways about things. Like it's literally just okay to feel things. So anyways, yeah, I've got a headache, so I'm gonna go to bed because I'm tired. But thank you all so much for watching. I'm sorry it was a shorter video, but if you enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. I love you all so much. Bye, guys.